So shadow boxing in the spotlight on his way to the boxing ring is a representative of the Argentina Condors, Brian Ivan Nunez. Made his World Series boxing debut in week 1. So this is second outing of his World Series boxing career as he skips up the steps and takes up residence in the blue corner.
У червоний кут ринга запрошується боксер українських отаманів Павло Огнеслав ISHCHENKO!
Команда лучших, сердцем храбрых и отважных сплотила воедино в себе воинов бесстрашных. Братьев по духу, ведомых одной целью. Глаза горят у них жаждой боя и стремлением.
Surrounded by ceremonial soldiers. But you can bet that Pavlo ISHCHENKO, as much inspiration and pride as he will take from their presence, will not need any backup once he enters that boxing ring. The reigning European Championship gold medalist from Minsk, Belarus earlier this year, the 8th ranked AIBA Open boxer in the world at 60 kilogram lightweight, making his second outing of season 4, ahead of his third World Series boxing bout overall. Made his debut in season 3. Had one outing this year in week 1. So bouncing in the red corner ahead of this, his second outing. He's sporting a bit of a mouse from his preparations underneath that right eye.
Mariusz Горний, Польща, Альбіно Фоті, Італія, Вероніка Жукс, Угорщина, Клаус Бідеман, Швеція, Хасан Зубі, Марокко, рефері у ринзі Алішер Алтаєв, Казахстан. У синьому кутку рингу 20-річний боксер з Аргентини з рістом 173 сантиметри. Регіональний чемпіон 2011 та 2012 років. Чемпіон Аргентини 2012 року Брайан Іван Нуньєз. У червоному кутку рингу 21-річний отаман із Херсона. Зріст 170 сантиметрів. Чемпіон України. Призер чемпіонату світу. Чемпіон Європи 2008 та 2013 років. Учасник Олімпійських ігор 2012 року. У нинішньому сезоні він вже встиг принести одну яскраву перемогу для нашої команди. Павло Огнеслав ISHCHENKO!
Head up, no low blow, no holding, good luck.
So final instructions issued and both boxers retreat to their corners ahead of the 60 kilogram lightweight bout.
Box.
So the opening bell sounds in this World Series boxing Group A encounter between the man wearing blue trunks trimmed with yellow, operating out of the orthodox stance. That is Pavlo ISHCHENKO, the reigning European Championship gold medalist in AIBA Open boxing, London Olympian from last year as well, a 2012 representative for the Ukraine Otamans at 56 kilograms. So heaps of experience, heaps of ability. So he got through with a left hand over the top. And roars his way forward, just trying to get inside the long limbs of Brian Ivan Nunez, 20 years of age.
Head up. Stop.
Representing the Argentina Condors. This is his second outing in this exciting team competition format for his home nation. ISHCHENKO, so much ability, so much experience, just patiently trying to work his way inside. As Nunez finds himself facing the wrong way, causing the referee to intervene. clash of heads at close quarters, although
No holding.
ISHCHENKO turned his face away from the side of NUNEZ's head as we approach the halfway stage of this opening round. Well, NUNEZ showing no fear of the reputation of ISHCHENKO. Good exchange of shots, but the right hand from ISHCHENKO really did have some pop behind it. Working that left jab, but it's rather pedestrian from NUNEZ.
No holding. Stop.
Boxers working away at close quarters before the referee finally issues the command of stop. Left jab being used to good effect by NUNEZ during that previous burst of punches. Looping left hook just grazed his chin from ISHCHENKO.
No holding. Stop.
So ISHCHENKO just teeing up that left hook as he tries to get his way inside. NUNEZ just appears to be growing in confidence as this round is progressing. Used his jab to decent effect throughout the course of this opening round. Not all of them have been scoring blows, but it's been enough to keep ISHCHENKO occupied. Here it is again, off target that time. He throws it on the retreat, but that one did get through. And you saw how ISHCHENKO threw that right hand to set, but couldn't get it off, couldn't pull the trigger fully, but then switched his attentions to the body and landed a couple of effective punches before the closing bell. Interesting round of boxing, because this man just appeared to be more and more comfortable as the round progressed. It was the exchange of shots where the right hand from ISHCHENKO was the final word. Causing that mullet. And a right hand in response from NUNEZ, so he did have his moments as well. But all three of the ringside judges favouring the home fighter. Remember, it's the 10-point must system that's in effect. 5 judges seated ringside, 3 of them selected without their knowledge prior to the opening bell, will be the scores that will determine the outcome of the contest.
Round 2.
And so we move into the second round. We're in the lightweight division, 60 kilograms here in category C2 of World Series Boxing. Remember, lightweight was formerly at 61 kilograms in previous seasons. Good left hand from NUNEZ. And then ISHCHENKO comes back with a left hand of his own. Single shot exchanges here to begin round number 2. Left hand upstairs, then a right hand over the top from ISHCHENKO as well. 4-punch foray all long from NUNEZ. ISHCHENKO just perhaps neglecting his jab a little bit. He started the contest, even though he appears to be slightly more compact than the long-limbed Argentinian. He was using his jab to work his way inside. Just takes a stiff left jab from NUNEZ on that occasion. And when he's taking that left jab, you see the right hand is attempting to throw over the top. Invariably falls short, or he can't complete the arc of the shot.
No holding.
So NUNEZ has been using that basic punch, and it's been a pretty effective weapon for him. As mentioned previously, not always scoring blows, but if it's landing on the shoulder or on the forearms, it's just preventing ISHCHENKO from getting through with the hard single punch power that he possesses. The referee just having his work cut out to separate the two boxers. Just past the halfway stage in this second round. So it's NUNEZ on the front foot now. And again, that left hand keeping ISHCHENKO rather busy. Sneaky left hand to the body of NUNEZ from ISHCHENKO. Rather flailing exchanges at mid-range, and a left hand to the body of Nunez was just below the belt line before Nunez came back with 2 good shots of his own. Action heating up here in round number 2. And Nunez is continuing to have his moments.
No holding.
Rather
No holding.
untidy on the inside. Referee saying no holding, but Nunez doing exactly that, tucking the left arm, the right arm, excuse me, of ISHCHENKO under his left and working away with a right uppercut. So 10-second clapper sounds here in round number 2. Nunez with that wide-legged stance continues to snake out that long left hand. Good right hand on the retreat from Nunez, and he pumps his fist, and well he might, because he had some really effective periods of offense in that second round. Again, we're being shown the success that ISHCHENKO is enjoying. The left hand got through, and then a cuffing right hand towards the back of the head from ISHCHENKO. I suspect ISHCHENKO won the round. Indeed, he's taken it for all 3 of the judges. But Nunez still very much in this contest. Heavily tattooed torso of Pavlo ISHCHENKO. So after 2 completed rounds, he is 2 rounds to the good. Unanimous fashion for all 3 of the judges. It's Alexander Usyk, the Olympic champ from London 2012, here to cheer on his Olympic teammate. So ISHCHENKO, in the blue and yellow of the Ukraine Otamans, bobs and weaves his way into center ring to begin round number 3. Tied up by Nunez before the referee separates the 2 boxers. But if Nunez could just perhaps up his work rate and accuracy, which I know is easier said than done against an opponent the caliber of ISHCHENKO, well, perhaps he could enjoy more of the fleeting moments of success that he produced in round number 2 here in the 3rd round. Because his jab was effective, it disrupted the rhythm of ISHCHENKO, and he got through with a couple of good right hands just like that one during the course of some flailing exchanges. ISHCHENKO, another hard swinging left hook, but as he's throwing arcing punches, got through with a good right hand over the top there, though, did the man from Ukraine. But as ISHCHENKO is throwing arcing punches, Nunez, who just stole a furtive glance to his corner, is able to get through straight shots in between the arc. Good right uppercut used by Nunez. ISHCHENKO with his back to the ropes, approaching the halfway stage of this 3rd round. Single shot to escape, and then a hard right hand through the guard of Nunez from ISHCHENKO. As well as taking the European senior title earlier this summer in Minsk in Belarus, ISHCHENKO was also the European junior champion in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, back in 2008, winning 4 bouts to claim that gold medal. So translating the immense talent that he demonstrated as a junior through to the senior ranks. 21 years of age now. Although he would have liked to have done far better than he actually did at the Olympics, losing his opening contest in the preliminary round to the USA's Joseph Diaz. 19-9 the score on that occasion. Again, just being targeted before coming back with a right hand of his own during that exchange. So Nunez perhaps just not the variety. He's got the commitment, he's got the aggression, just perhaps not the subtlety. On occasion, that left jab has darted through and just disrupted the flow of Pavlo ISHCHENKO. But from Argentina's point of view, it hasn't been consistent enough, hasn't been incessant enough. And in the meantime, the raiding attacks of ISHCHENKO, just like that one, have been enough to bring a roar of applause from this crowd and just caused Nunez to retreat. In all probability concede the rounds as well, because while he's having his moments, the greater volume of success is undoubtedly coming from Pavlo ISHCHENKO. Ukraine leading 2 bouts 1 bout to 0 after the featherweight contest. Argentina will be keen to get back on terms. But that was a right hand over the top. The follow-up right hand wasn't too far away either. See, when he goes for his own offense, rather neglects his own defense, does Nunez. But again, when faced with such a marauding aggressor, often easier said than done to keep the man at bay. So another round in unanimous fashion in favor of Pavlo ISHCHENKO.
Round 4.
So 3 rounds completed, 2 scheduled rounds to go in the 60-kilogram lightweight division. World Series boxing action from Group A, category C2. Left hand attempted from ISHCHENKO, wasn't too far away, and again the explosiveness behind his punches. The singles come at a tremendous velocity, and if they land, well, we've seen the effect that they can have, as they've often caused Nunez to lose his boxing shape and stagger backwards.
Head up.
And Nunez going
No
long
holding.
with his own shots.
No holding.
Talked about the difficult ring education Cristiano Eduardo Roda faced at 52 kilograms. Good right hand over the top from ISHCHENKO. Well, in his first World Series boxing season, as Nunez comes back with shots of his own to snap the head sideways of the man from Ukraine. But in his opening contest, his introduction to World Series boxing was against a fellow debutant for Brian Ivan Nunez, but that was against Robson Conceição, representing the Italia Thunder, the brilliant Brazilian who made his World Series boxing debut here in season 4. It was interesting to note that he rather reduced his work rate, because in the 3-minute round format of AIBA open boxing, he really does come out of the traps instead of pace that is almost impossible to believe even while you're watching it. But over the 5 3-minute round duration of World Series boxing, Conceição boxed at a much more measured pace, but it was still enough to outpoint Nunez in week 1 of season 4. Well, Nunez continuing to have his moments, but he's coming out second best in most of the exchanges.
No holding.
But it's ISHCHENKO that's looking to hold on here in round number 4. I'd be highly surprised if he has gassed himself at this point in the contest. Still 30 seconds to go here, and another round of boxing as well. Just a little bit more untidy from both boxers, but particularly from ISHCHENKO here in the closing stages of round number 4. Takes a good right hand over the top, comes back with a left hook of his own, does ISHCHENKO. Just have to wonder how much is fatigue going to be a factor in the 5th and final round. ISHCHENKO continuing to walk his man down and come forwards, but all too often is to engage in a clinch, where he may be trying to steal some respite, having put so much into the opening 4 rounds. Remember, he's taken the opening 3 rounds for all 3 of the judges. Unanimous in each one. That was a cracking right hand over the top from ISHCHENKO. Same shot from another angle, bang, right on the button. Nunez just had to take a step backwards to regroup. And 2 of the judges favoring Nunez during the course of the 4th round. So we've said the longer duration can often be something of an obstacle, both physically and mentally, for these elite boxers used to competing in AIBA open boxing. He's competed in season 4 already, has ISHCHENKO. That was in week 2. Excuse me, that was in week 1. It's Bajadiran Stoltenov of the USA when the Ukraine won 4-1 in their opening bout at home. but just showed a few signs of fatigue in the closing stages of round number 4. Has Nunez recognized that? Does he have the engine and the wherewithal to put it on ISHCHENKO and test that resolve in this 5th and final round? It's an untidy maul at close quarters once again. The heads really coming together there.
Step back.
As the boxers engage in a rather physical waltz on top of the logo. Single shot success from Nunez. Left uppercut missed. The right hand was right on the button and caused ISHCHENKO to become rather disorganized. ISHCHENKO fighting back, but how badly was he buzzed by that right hand over the top? Hard punching exchanges being produced by both of these boxers now. But that was an absolute peach of a punch from Nunez. And ISHCHENKO again keen to hold. He's spoiling, he's pushing that forearm on, and all the while you see the clock ticking down. And having boxed his way to a comprehensive 3-round lead after 3 completed rounds, the clock, you would have to suspect, is on ISHCHENKO's side. But he took a really firm chopping right cross from Nunez here in round number 5. Caused him to become a little bit disorganized. Now Nunez being held on as ISHCHENKO continues to grip him like a vice. See ISHCHENKO walk forward now, no punches of his own being delivered. Just bracketing his head with his hands, takes another chopping right hand through the guard. Hard punching exchange at center ring, and once more it is ISHCHENKO who initiates the clinch. Well, he had his nose in front as he got through with a good left hook. Single shot success for the man from Ukraine. But can Nunez capitalize on the distress that he inflicted on ISHCHENKO early on in this 5th and final round? Both fighters perhaps feeling the pace here inside the final minute of this closing round. Good right hand once more, but it was an exchange as ISHCHENKO got through with 2 shots of his own. And these boxers really are swinging hard. And when they land, it is with a thud that reverberates here around the terminal in Brovary. Nunez on the front foot, perhaps encouraged. But if he's going to produce a punch to bring about a finish, he's going to have to do it in a hurry, because the 10-second clapper is about to sound. Got through with another right hand. But now as the crowding and spoiling continues, one suspects that this one is a contest where we'll hear the final bell, and indeed there it is. What a contest we have had in the lightweight division. Dominant start from Pavlo ISHCHENKO, the reigning European Championship gold medalist. That was a left uppercut that missed, but look at that for a right hand. Caused ISHCHENKO to become disheveled, chopping right, smack onto the point of the chin. And that was a peach of a punch. More right hand success for the man from Argentina. But one suspects that it is too late to alter the outcome of this contest. A contest where Pavlo ISHCHENKO raced out to a 3-0 lead after the opening 3 rounds of boxing. But despite his highly impressive credentials, comes into this as the number 4 ranked boxer at lightweight, courtesy of that win in week number 1, plus the credentials he's accumulated in AIBA open boxing as well. He knows that he's been in a fight tonight, because Brian Ivan Nunez remained committed to the cause. He's got a t-shirt wishing happy birthday to somebody special.
Юра, там у него сечка потом.
As we await the official announcement, this man acquitted himself very well indeed. Brian Ivan Nunez had moments of success throughout the bout, but came on really strong in rounds 4 and 5. Took round 4 for 2 of the 3 judges at ringside. How will they score the 5th and final round, where he produced an absolute cracker of a right hand after just missing the target with an attempted left uppercut. Nicked to the left eye of ISHCHENKO as well. Here's the official announcement.
Decision. Judge A, 50-45. Judge B, 49-46. Judge C, 49-46. And winner by unanimous decision, red corner, Pavlo Ognislav ISHCHENKO! 2-0.
So Pavlo ISHCHENKO gives the Ukraine Otamans a 2-0 lead. After 2 contests here in the Group A of World Series Boxing, 50-45 and 49-46 twice. A unanimous points decision win for Pavlo ISHCHENKO. The Ukraine Otamans lead the Argentina Condors by a scoreline of 2-0.
И вот такой вот своеобразный
World Series
подарок
Boxing
в честь
Group A
наступающего
action.
дня рождения президенту Федерации